about to enter a world of drug hazes, incompetence, and combat. A world where magic is coating the floors and also the walls, and some magic has spilt onto the books. Danger could be lurking around any corner in this virtual experience and podcast named by a three. I am your host, Kickasatron, and you have untied the strings to the Spooky Dice Bag.
Are there professors staying behind to try to deal with it, or is everybody just like booking it?
The professors that are there are a little panicked. They weren't really expecting this, and they're trying to protect the students, but that you can tell without even having to roll perception that they are also like, what the fuck is going on? So, action. You guys just gonna run?
Look around.
Oh, you also have these other two students here that they were looking for the halfling that got eaten by a troll.
Bradmere and Eunicia?
Yes.
Would I stayed ahead with Ghost Forge? Because I ran like when he said to run.
Oh yeah, you can be up ahead with him. I noticed you moved your character all the way to the exit.
Yeah, when you said book it, I think I grabbed whoever was near me and just started pulling.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it was Anicia and Bradmere, who were like in shock that their friend was dead. And it's like, nope, time to go. We'll mourn inside.
Yeah. We're just gonna say, all of you guys are running. And
I'm not a huge fan of fire anyway. I've been trying to leave.
Yeah.
I request of Eloy to keep Huey, Dewey, and Louie behind us to let us know if something starts following.
Okay. Oh, I didn't grab Eloy. Alright, so you guys are running. As you're running, make perception checks.
Perception. Nat 20! 25!
Nat 20, damn. Okay,
Woo.
you hear a loud roar.
That's bad.
You hear a loud roar and the clinking of armor.
Yeah, I'll just take that 14.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's from behind us.
Yes, it's from behind you where you ran off. Eloy can tell you that Dewey sees the armor glowing red from the inside as it approaches him. As it approaches Dewey.
Oh no. I to tell everybody that. If you got buffs, put them up. How can I tell with that nat 20 if it's like coming fast?
It's moving at about a slightly faster pace than what you normally would.
That's not good.
Most of you have a speed of 30, right? So yeah, it's a little faster than what most of you can perceivably do. But you had a whole minute, so you guys should be up.
Okay, cool.
And Eloy will tell you that it just swung a giant fire sword at Dewey.
Oh.
And Dewey disappeared.
Our boys! Giant fire sword.
Louis is running away. The movement is getting closer as it approaches you.
And is everybody, including professors, out at this point? And it's just
they're all. It's like a tactical retreat. So the professors are basically covering your retreat right now because they don't really want to. They don't want to deal with this without knowing exactly what the hell it is.
And I kind of turn to people.
They didn't really come prepared for a fight per se. They don't have like all the armor and stuff.
As we're running, I guess I turn to the people. What happens if we take down a wall? Does it take down everything? Or does it just block a path? As speed bumps. Should we like, guys, spitballing here? Should we just like sacred flame some rocks and drop them behind us as we go? Because it's not like it doesn't know where we're going. Block its way. Or will that just cause a cave in?
So, the professor is, we'll say, it's a Luxodon professor, so like a elephant person. Well, we could take out a wall, but that's gonna take some time. I think it's better if we just retreat to Strixhaven and kill the portal.
Keep fucking running, then.
Yeah. So Eloy will inform you that Louis's last sight was another fiery sword coming in to hit him.
Fiery sword.
Louis gone.
No! Our casualties.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's approaching you guys, and you can feel the heat as it closes in.
Oh, it's fucking full on dashing.
Yeah, it's closing in on you.
Shit! Through the portal! Are we at the portal?
Yeah, you're at the portal.
Oh!
You guys all go through the portal. Eloy sees Huey's last vision of another fiery sword swiping at him. And it goes dark.
We can resummon our boys later.
As you guys emerge from the portal in the center of the Hall of Oracles, Chandra will look at you, scared and out of breath as you are, with the professors close behind you.
Turn it off. Shut it down. Lock the door. Whatever the fuck you do to an orb.
Oh my god, are you guys okay? What happened?
Well, I think a dwarf died. We encountered an elemental, I believe. What else?
I got a cramp in my side. We ran.
I think some of my feathers are singed.
Yeah,
She
Cursed
hands you
armor.
a cup of water, Astrid.
Here, drink this. This will help.
Thank you. I am.
She's really craving his coffee.
Coffee is like water. Iced coffee is basically a meal. It's fine.
It counts as a meal in New England.
In New England, it's a meal, and in Weymouth, it's a meal. Also, cursed armor, elemental probably, fire.
Oh, I knew they were checking out some armor, but what do you mean? What do you mean, cursed? What happened? Here, take a seat. Take a seat.
Sit down. Hopefully with the guys too. Yeah, it just did, my cleric thing and took a look at it and just I think everybody just something about it was cursed and would cause problems if you touched it. I'm not studied yet, but that's what I was kind of told, and the guys were examining it too, and something wasn't right, and Professor Ghostforge realized that too, and then was it a fire elemental? Something emerged from the armor, and we saw a fiery sword, or at least heard that as well, and everybody decided it was best just to come back and not to think too hard about it and to regroup before dealing with that. So Professor Ghostforge did banish it for a minute to let us leave, which was very helpful. Also, we killed a troll, and I believe a student's dead. I'm so sorry for your loss. Normally, I take a lot more sympathy in that, but right now it's we'll deal with that in a minute. I'm so sorry.
Forte bows.
That's all I got.
Wait. Did the fire elemental wear the armor?
I didn't see it, but I heard the armor clanking behind us as we ran, and there was some sort of fiery blade from. And I kind of looked at Eloy and see if he confirms that with Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Eloy
I don't
will
know.
nod his head.
Okay.
Was it when we first saw it? I actually don't remember. Was it wearing the armor, or did it just appear from the armor?
No, I think it appeared like in the depths of the cave,
Oh, huh.
and then went
Then
into
maybe-
the armor.
Then maybe I was gonna say maybe it was protecting the armor rather than using it.
We never find out like what the curse was.
No, I can maybe meditate on that some more, but the most I got from it was Acolyte of Kothus, and it's an infernal energy, a powerful elemental infernal energy coming from it. Yeah.
An acolyte of Kothos, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, do any of you know if the fire elemental put on the armor? Does anybody know that?
I could hear it moving when we were running. Something in armor was running after us. So I mean,
But before the elemental showed up, the armor was unoccupied, empty. Correct?
I believe so. And I kind of looked to the Luxodon professor who had been examining it. I believe so, or you were looking at it as well right before it happened. Is that correct?
Yes, it was the armor was empty. We were just examining it, trying to find out maybe if it was a religious item or ceremonial, of some sort.
What happens if a fire elemental gets into an armor Kothus?
Well, not all fire elementals can do this, but there is a certain type. Myrmidon. A Myrmidon.
Myrmidon.
A Myrmidon. All of the elementals can be Myrmidons. Think of them as champions of the elemental world.
Oh no, that's powerful.
If you thought that a normal elemental was bad, the Myrmidons are so much worse. They're so much more aggressive, territorial, and in the case of this one, once they've sworn an oath, they'll stop at nothing to protect their master.
So it's gonna come after us because we're cursed.
Oh fuck. We didn't touch the armor, but we disturbed it. So it's gonna stop at nothing to get after everybody who was there, including us.
14 eyes the portal.
No worries. The portal has been closed. We've scrubbed it clean. There's no way. Don't worry about it. There's no way that this Myrmidon can come to the college through this portal. So don't worry.
There are a few worries, Professor Chandra. So are there other portals in the school? Like, I'm assuming this isn't the main transport room, is it?
It is.
Okay, alright.
This is where, like, most of it would happen.
Okay, fair.
We do have students and faculty and various types who have the ability to make portals anywhere in the school.
Right.
So as long as nobody makes a portal to that section of the Underdark, we should be okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
You can all see a look of concern on her face through this. She's trying to be reassuring, but she doesn't totally believe it.
Boy. Do we are like other professors like talking in the area? Like what's the hubbub? Is it like this will be fine, or it's this is not fine?
It's this is not fine. They all seem kind of scared, but everybody seems reassured that it's not gonna be coming here anytime soon. But just this sort of development is pretty big.
Yeah.
What's your D8 for?
I touched a button.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry. Didn't want to I was going to tell you that. Didn't want to interrupt what you were saying.
No, it's fine. Yeah, but everybody here seems like this is definitely a cause for concern, but not immediate.
Sure.
Like it's definitely something that we should do something about, but it's not an immediate threat currently.
What do we do from here?
That sounds like some foreshadowing.
How do we get not cursed?
Anti-curse.
Like, because the thing can it track us? Like, can a Myrmidon, like, know our scent? Because it didn't see us.
Or do like a reverse portal type?
Yeah. What professors would know the most about Myrmidons? Or anybody, really? I mean, I don't want to...
Probably some of the Prismari, because they're all elemental.
Yes, the Prismari professors, including myself, would probably know the most about it.
Right.
I am head of pyromancy, so fire elementals are definitely something that I've dealt with in the past.
Oh, of course. I'm still getting used to remembering which professor is what school.
There's so many of us, though.
It's many
okay.
of you. Goodness. Oh. Do we just go to orientation? I don't know what to do from here. Those two aren't okay, by the way. They lost their friend. I'm like pointing to probably they're sitting there drinking water. Somebody, are they Lorehold? I didn't ask. Should we get somebody for them?
Wow.
Okay.
Did you talk to any of them?
I did when we were first there. They weren't, like, good, obviously. And Professor Ghostforge was pretty pissed at the situation. Is he with he's in the general vicinity directing things, right?
Yes, Ghostforge is over with the two students, consoling them.
Okay, good. Oh Lord.
Yeah, you can look over at them. They're at a far table.
Yeah.
Just the two of them with Ghostforge, and they're clearly distraught, in shock. They just saw a friend of theirs die. They are also, you can tell by their robes of red and white that they are Lorehold students.
Should we ask what brought them to this discovery? Like what led them to this dig site? Not them, but like the I don't know. I don't know.
Sure, you can ask.
The professor, Roxodon professor's there.
Yes.
So, what were you? I know all about discovery. You know, we want to be all about discovery, but what led to that specific dig site?
Well, in Lorehold, we're always looking for archaeomancy. It's the art of finding magic through historic artifacts. And we discovered this armor on the altar, and we figured it was an important historical artifact. So we decided to go and investigate. And clearly that wasn't what we were hoping to do, hoping to find. We figured it was something inert, something we could perhaps find the secrets of and use to further educate the masses.
Oh boy.
But you can see like a tear coming down his face. But we lost a student, and there's nothing we can do. There's no way we can get him back.
Things. Well, no, that's not the way of things. I think for the first time, Astrid is actually stumbling over herself and figuring out how to console for death, which is something that's just so regular in her life that she does not. But now seeing it here is such a different experience. She just kind of pats him on the shoulder and sits down. Is there anything we can do to be helpful or just be out of the way?
Well, for now, you should focus on your studies. That's the best we can do right now.
Guess this is a really awkward time to tell you I picked Lorehold. Oh.
Lorehold welcomes you.
God, I feel so bad. Guys, I'm drowning here.
What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, what are the rest of you guys doing? 'Cause this is kind of heavy on Astrid.
Yeah, I don't want to take up all this. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I'm not sure. I think I'm just listening.
I thought you were like on the flow.
No. Oh boy.
What is everyone else doing at the chamber room?
So we have the various professors there's other students that were in there, and the other various professors are all kind of consoling the other various students that were there. The two specifically that were out looking for their friend, Bradmere and Valencia, are over with Professor Ghostforge being consoled by him. And then, yeah, Chandra's here trying to find out as much information as she can, while also trying to console the group, because some heavy shit you guys went through.
They're like counseling bot. We have orientation bot.
There's no counseling bot. That's not. Yeah.
Guys, I think the best course of action right now is to sign up for your colleges, sign up for your classes, and we can figure this out as we know more information.
Okay. We should probably research what that curse is, though. Somebody should do that. Is there a way to do that without getting more cursed? Can you get extra cursed? Like double cursed? Or does
Second level cursed.
double cursed?
I don't know much about curses, but can talk to Professor Narza. They're a drow. They're a drow elf from Silverquill, and they know much more about curses than I certainly would.
Thank you. You guys want to go sign up for school?
Yeah. Real quick, what time of day is it?
Right now it's between lunch and dinner. It's mid-afternoon.
Okay. I was thinking it was like later in the night.
No, you guys weren't really out for too long. It was more.
This was a certain.
Sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Forge will get up, thank Chandra, and offer like a handshake.
She'll reach out a hand and give you a handshake. You can tell that your her hand does seem warm to the touch, almost hot.
I'll actually ask her, if I was to join the Prismark, do I tell you, or do I tell someone specific?
All of your college classes and college selections should be done in conference room A. But I am happy to have you in Prismari. Thank you.
Thank you.
And conference room A is the southwest corner of the.
It's really weird to go from like near death and death to just conference room A. I follow, but I want to go past Professor Ghostforge and you know, all them to just offer my condolences, and if they need anything. I am technically trained in a round as a cleric, but they have supports. On moving.
Yeah. They both wipe tears from their eyes. Valencia, Bradmere both wipe tears from their eyes and give you a nod and say thank you. Thank you. And they just kind of give the nod, but like, you know, they're
Yeah, I'm
they're
not
still
gonna.
very distraught. Yeah.
I am the one that handed them the bloody robe of their friend. I'm not gonna hang out.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a rough reputation to walk in day one with.
Yeah.
Are we
So
all
as
just
you-
reading it?
So as you go in, you see 5 tables with various professors behind the tables. So you see Brina from earlier in front of the silver quill desk. There's a guy named Oskir. He's a very large, like half giant, is what I would call him. Brina, if you guys remember, was an owlin. You see Professor Zephi, as you probably remember him, in his flamboyant clothes and his big poofy hair, just naturally performing for nobody in particular behind the Prismari desk. And then Adrix and Neve are the twin merfolk are behind the Quandrix desk. And you also see you also see the Witherbloom desk with Willow
Yeah, I wrote
Dusk.
it
You see
down.
Professor Willow Dusk behind that desk. Professor Willow Dusk is the Dryad. Dryad?
Yeah.
It's a tree person.
So, yeah, right, okay. I'll let you guys go to your tables because I think my guy's still dealing with death.
Fair.
So Forte, you approach Professor Zephi.
Actually, can I Misty Step there? I
Sure.
have one left.
Yeah, you can Misty Step. You've Misty Step to Professor Zephi.
Is he still performing? Does he see me?
That's his natural voice after all of these years.
Hello again.
Whoa, that was impressive.
Thank you. I've actually come to tell you that I'm gonna join Prismari.
Joining Prismari, that's amazing. We think you will do very well here.
I appreciate it. Do I need to do anything?
No, just sign here, and then we can get you to your classes.
Will do.
No, just
I will send the paper.
this paper.
It's great to have you on board at Prismari.
I'll try to make you proud. I'm coming up with stuff. You'll see.
Can't wait to see all of your progress as you go.
Forte will bow and then leave.
And then
I-
I wait patiently for that exchange to end.
Sure. So
And just
Forte
saunter
steps
forward.
away.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've come to tell you of my intentions to also join Prismari.
That's fantastic.
Where do
He'll-
Where do I-
he'll-
All you have to do is sign this little paper and we'll be all set.
He looks at you kind of quizzically.
You're not quite like the other Owlin we have here, are you?
I found I'm not quite like anyone here.
That sounds so much fun. That sounds like so much fun.
It can be.
I'm sure sometimes it can be lonely as well.
More often than not.
Well, we hope you find your place at Prismari.
As do I. And then I sign.
Alright, sign your name.
E.I. That's just my initials.
E-I.
E.I.
E-I-I.
Oh.
With a hoo-hoo there and a hoo-hoo here.
You're who?
There a who?
Seems like they're coming from everywhere.
Hoo-hoo.
So amazing.
And then I'll also leave. I'll leave the conference room.
Alright, so Astrid, Professor Oscar
Okay.
is large, imposing, and he's looking at you. He knows that you're kind of looking over at him, and he just gives you this look of, it's okay. You just get this feeling of calm coming from him
Oh, that's nice.
about the situation. He's obviously aware of what's happened, but there's still things that have to happen. There's still things we have to move on from. Not forget, but continue at least.
Right.
And you get all of this sense from just him locking eyes with you and this look on his face. Trying to put you at ease.
And I think in that moment, Astrid had still been really conflicted between Witherbloom and Lorehold, but she knows this is the right call. So she strides up. Hello. I would like to sign up for Lorehold. Nice to meet you, Astrid. Under circumstances, anyway. Nice to meet you.
Professor Oscar, good to meet you, Astrid. He'll reach out his hand to shake it.
I will shake it back.
It's nearly twice as large as your hand.
I shake his thumb. Yeah, I'm excited to start this journey. I know that things are a little rough right now, but we can keep going.
Of course. As unfortunate as these events are, it's not our first.
No, not mine either, actually. So yeah. I feel like I tell people this a lot. I family's run a funeral home for many generations, so I am no stranger to loss, but I understand that when it is one so personal or one that, it's different than just caring for them to move forward to the other side versus having cared about them while they were here. So I would like to learn about
this is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to learn about the past, because the past buried have a lot to say as well, and I think this is the one.
There are many things we can learn from the past. Many things. Many lessons.
Yeah. Yep.
And he'll push the piece of paper over toward you for you to sign.
Not a terms and conditions person, but like, what does this piece of paper say? In general, just a gist.
Are you asking him or are you asking the DM?
You know what? Astrid's gonna ask Professor Oscar. Just what exactly is this? Is it like a waiver or is it like a commitment? I scan the document.
It's kind of it's a bit of a commitment, but it's non-binding. It's not like we're going to take your soul from you or anything like that, unless you're a warlock and you're into that stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep whatever is equivalent to a soul in my body for now.
Yes, that's wise. That's very wise. But no, it's just your intentions to join the college, and there's certain benefits that you will get depending on the college you join.
All right. Well, and swooping probably just like annoyingly nice cursive, like just of course. I write Astrid Armitage and hand it over.
We look forward to having you in our college. Thank you, Astrid.
Thank you for having me. Kind of look a little, not like sad, but just like a little worried about watching my friends all go to different tables. All right, well, where do we go now? Do we go to to the campus? Do we go back to the library, stay in the library?
So you guys are... Yeah. Your first lesson of the day is magical physiologies with Professor Lang.
Professor Yang.
Lang.
Lang.
That's fine.
Thank you. I'm now writing down my syllabus just like I did when I was in college. It's like, shit, you gotta run. Conference room C.
Professor Lang?
Lang, Lang. Oh. No, I'm just moving you guys out of the grand hall.
Y'all, we're in college.
The college years.
Oh my gosh. Are we in robes or are we still in like our half singed, exhausted state?
No, you guys were...
We just walked straight out of cursed armor and
Let's
went
just...
to glass.
Alright, so Astrid, Oscar looks over at you and he hands you the white and red robes of Lorehold College.
I dust off the singed part of my cloak, pull it off, and put on the robes over it, and feel real weird and confused, but excited.
I'd Professor Zephi hands you the red and blue robes of Prismari College.
These will look wonderful. Thank you. Red and blue.
You're very welcome. Those will look great on you with your feathers. Very stylish.
Seem roomy as well.
Ah, yes. Rooming. Plenty of room to move and dance and flow.
Forte, at your selection, Professor Zephi will hand you the red and blue robes of Prismari College.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.
Are they at all similar to his?
No, you can tell his are like red and blue, like a color palette. But no, he has his own very elaborate, over the top. He looks like if Freddie Mercury existed in the 1700s. Would be
Nathan.
the best way to describe him. Like Freddie Mercury meets Prince meets like the Macaroni Club of the 1700s.
I like.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. I looks at the robes. I'll like minor illusions and fireworks and nod at him.
Wow! That was so cool!
Eloy, you're also given your black and green robes from Witherbloom. Alright, so you guys head off to Witherbloom campus for your first class, Monstrous Physiology. Taught by Professor Lang. All of the students seem to be in there. You notice a young dwarf, female, also in the red and white robes of Lorehold. You have just a human in these black and white silver quill robes, and a Luxodon. There's also the red and white robes of Lorehold, but underneath it you can see that there is more on than meets the eye. They seem to be wearing some sort of like armor or something underneath it. If you'd like, you can make a perception check to see if you can tell what it is.
10.
50.
20. Oh, 10, 15, 20.
So Forte and Ide can tell that this Luxodon seems to be wearing some sort of elaborate body armor underneath their robes.
Interesting.
Their ears are like they've got piercings all over their ears, like around the like you would call it cartilage for a human. For a Luxodon or an elephant, I don't really know what you would call it. They have like piercings basically around like the top of their ears, like where the cartilage would be. They've got rings around their tusks, and on the right side, down like where the earlobe would be, they also have 2 regular piercings. The other 2 don't look too much different.
Guess I'm gonna walk real close with our crew. Should we introduce ourselves or find seats or both?
We should just find seats.
There are 4 empty seats next to the dwarven female. There seems to be 1 near the human male and 2 near the Luxodon.
God, we gotta split up already. Abandonment issues are already creeping in.
There's 4 next to the dwarf.
I'm being a goof. I'm being a goof.
Oh, okay.
I'm being a goof. Oh no.
I'll go after someone.
I guess I'll sit next to I'll go ask since she's also Lorehold, and I need to start talking to other people. And sorry, these 4 taken.
No, go right ahead. Right ahead.
Oh, thank you. Astrid, first year. Nice to meet you.
Greta, also first year. Good to meet
Oh,
you.
Cool. Nice to meet you, Greta.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
see
gosh,
your Lorehold. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's crazy. It's gonna be something. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited. What made you pick Lorehold?
You know, being a dwarf, I just love history, and you know, I've heard that there's like dig sites, so I like lifting things, and I can just go out and really use my strengths.
Hell yeah.
I love mining. I love history. What else is there? What else could I do? What else could I want?
That's a great reason to pick a place. That's phenomenal. Yeah, they were just dealing with the dig site earlier, so I'm sure they
You guys
could
got
use
to go to
somebody
a
like
dig
you.
site?
Oh,
Oh, that must have been
Yeah.
so cool.
it was nuts. It was cool. Professor Ghostforge, he's like really really cool.
Oh, I know Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope we get to hit class with him because he's pretty dope. Do you know anything about this professor or this class yet? We kind of came in late. We signed our papers late. These are my friends. Ide and Forte. We got here together, and Eloy.
She'll look over at you guys. Hi, great to
Hello.
meet you. Great to meet you. I know it's Professor Lang. I don't know much about them. I don't even know. And with that, the door opens. A Dryad walks through. Yeah, so she's a little younger than Professor Willowdusk. If you remember, Willowdusk looks ancient. She looks young. Another Dryad. So she walks to the front of the room. Casts a little spell, and the piece of chalk starts floating on its own. Anybody who has Mage Hand recognizes the spell. Anybody who doesn't is perhaps impressed, maybe not. If you don't have Mage Hand, make a Wisdom save just to see how cool you think this is.
Oh wait, I think it's only me.
You
8.
Okay, so it's just Astrid. Astrid, this is so cool. It's like
Holy shit.
this piece of chalk is just floating and writing on the board, and
Oh my god,
Oh,
this is magic school. I don't even care that we're cursed. I think Astrid hit her head on the way out.
maybe.
Oh, Lord.
So as the chalk is writing on the board,
Hello, I am Professor Roland. Welcome to Magical Physiologies. Before we get started, are there any questions?
What?
No? Let's get started. So please open your books up to page 47. Owl Bears, we will start class today. Does anybody know anything about owl bears?
About what?
Owl bears?
Oh.
Anyway, this is hard to understand. I'm sorry.
Do we know anything about owl bears? Do we roll for owl bears?
I got a 12.
Forte, you've heard of them.
An 8?
Astrid has never heard of them.
8 my new 7 since I leveled up?
Maybe.
No. No.
Just gotta wait till you hit like level 16 or something. You'll be fine. You'll be rolling 20s all the time.
That's a history roll?
Yeah, you can roll history.
Oh, there it is.
15. Okay. So, Ide and Forte, you both know that these are large, monstrous creatures with a reputation for ferocity and aggression.
Have we seen one before?
No, not in this campaign. That was a bugbear.
Right.
Totally.
Mhm.
Astrid, you seem to think it was a bugbear.
Oh no, would Astrid raise her hand and talk about a bugbear? No, she's too scared. She's too scared. Give me a week and Astrid would be that idiot.
Well, minor illusion. Well, no. Do I know what they look like?
Yeah.
A minor illusion, what I think looks like an owl bear, but like a doll version, not 5-foot version.
Yes, that's correct.
She gestures at Forte.
The name is very similar to bugbears. But bugbears are just big, nasty goblins. Sometimes they keep the goblins for slaves. Owl bears, however, are not an intelligent species like the bugbear. Owl bears are vicious. They have a reputation being some of the most aggressive and feared predators in the wild. Many of you students ever run across an owl bear, you know what you should do?
Run.
Yes, of course, run. As students here, you're probably not equipped to take out a full-grown owl bear. Their main focus is an attack. They're tricky because they're part owl, part bear. Hence the name, owl bear.
Oh.
They have sharp claws for ripping and scratching at their food source or whatever's pissing them off right then. But they also have a beak, and that beak is so sharp, pierce right through plated armor. Are there any questions?
Astrid will raise her hand. Is there
She'll gesture at you.
is there a proper way to distract an owl bear or something they're attracted to that you could maybe get away easier?
The owl bear is a very fierce predator. You can see in darkness. As far as natural weaknesses, not really. Your best bet with an owl bear, if you don't think you can take it out, would be to quietly step back. Never make eye contact. never make eye contact.
Writing that down. Thank you. Never.
Once you make eye contact with a owlbear, it feels threat. It's the way of nature, don't you know?
Forte will get the sunglasses he got for America, put them on, and ask if it would be offended if it saw these.
Mari's already flowing through him.
Are you talking about as far as making eye contact?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't really understand what was going on if it saw those. Are those ray of bands of ray?
They are indeed.
You can only get those in America.
I looked to everyone else.
We have a friend. We have a friend there.
Yes, Drow. I remember. He was on our list, but what was it? He got drafted or something? Something like that.
Mhm.
No.
Class 1 ends. Those of you who signed up for Necromancy 101, it's also in the same building.
God, what are we?
And- I know Eloy did, but I don't know if anybody else did.
The other classes happening right now.
No other class is happening right now because it's just going to go right to Necromancy. But
I don't know how to feel about this one, but we should probably, because that bugbear we saw. Remember the bugbear from the dead
Wait,
house?
where? Oh.
Yeah, remember the house with the graves, the doors? Eloy had the breakdown.
Yeah.
Maybe this one's worth staying for because we still have to deal with that whole thing too.
Do you think they'll teach us how to control the portal?
I think that if anybody's going to answer some questions about how necromancy works, we at least can figure out what professor specializes in it. I guess.
True.
I have a weird relationship with this one.
Mhm.
Death and whatnot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ed, are you going to stick around or Necromancy?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'll need any necromance. This is
To go off to one of your other classes, like survival or something.
survival. That seems like a very important class.
Well, yeah, wilderness survival. Herbology, sure. That's a good one. We'll call that one herbology. So you know what, like, plants and stuff to get.
Good, like good berries.
Yeah, like good berries, medicinal plants, that sort of thing. So, Ed goes off to herbology class, and the rest of you stay for necromancy in the next room over. You notice that this particular class seems to have a lot less people in it.
It's like weird that we're here. Is it mostly Witherbloom and like not other schools? Or
There's Witherbloom. It's mostly Witherbloom. A decent amount of Silver Quill.
are we in ad drop period? I just want to try out a couple.
Yeah, you can add drop. So, for students in this room, you have the same Luxodon as before. Seem to be interested in it. You see another Dryad student. This one looks something's a little different than the last couple of Dryads you've seen. You can lead to assume that he's male as opposed to the female Dryads you've seen. Professor Willowdusk and Professor Lang. He's also much younger. He's about your age. There's a young human, with long white hair, in silver quill robes. The Dryad is in Witherbloom robes. And then you also see an orc with big, thick, round-rimmed glasses, who's also in Witherbloom robes. Those are specifically who you see.
I'm interested in talking to the other Lorehold, the Luxodon that was in both of the classes.
The Luxodon? Sure.
I've been talking a lot this session if other people want to do things.
Does anybody want to... Forte? You want to do anything?
No, I'm just around to see who the professor is for the class.
Oh, okay. So, Astrid, you approach the Luxodon.
Yeah, I'll just see if there's a seat near him and start, kind of do that whole thing I did with Greta. Hi, are these two taken? Can you sit here?
No. Go ahead. You can sit there.
Oh, thank you. I'm Astrid. New. I didn't think I'd see other Lorehold in Necromancy 101. Nice to meet you.
Is the name? But it's kind of hard to say without a trunk.
I'm afraid I'd offend you if I tried. Is there a nickname you go by?
Mostly. You can call me Rampart.
Rampart. It's nice to meet you, Rampart.
Great to meet you, Astrid.
What what year are you here? Are you first year as well, or?
Yes, I'm a first year.
Cool.
First year.
Yeah. It's, I was interested in Necromancy 101. I just didn't know other Lorehold tend to go more for the history stuff too, so it's just neat and just wanted to say hi.
There's a lot of history and a lot of history in death, isn't there?
Oh, of course. I mean, death is based off of the history of not only one, but one's culture as well. But I don't know. It just seemed, I'm just new and it's awkward and I want to say hi. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot of history in death. Are you focusing your kind of historic? Are you looking to focus your historic studies on people, or the lives of individuals, or
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be here.
Ooh.
Something I've heard about from my family for generations.
Oh, you have a bunch of family that went here?
Yes.
So cool.
The
That's
Suvige family has been coming to specifically Lorehold for generations.
amazing. That just the legacy of it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, wow. So Lorehold all the way. You were ready with the pennant coming in.
Yes, of course.
Awesome. That's really cool.
My parents were Loreholds, grandparents, just going back generations. They were all Loreholds. That's really where, I think that's where we belong. Don't want to upset the family,
Uh-huh. Oh boy, I know what you mean there. You look already prepared to take on the world. If you don't mind me asking, that's some really wonderful armor. I only have this leather stuff, but it does me well.
Oh, this is my great grandfather's.
Wow, you weren't kidding. I mean, you're ready. It's amazing. Astrid takes a sip of water and tries to continue small talk. This is more people that she's interacted with in the last week of her life than she probably has in most of her life.
That's it. Between the skeletons and the familiars, the seagulls.
Seagulls.
Noble seagull. Correction, the most living people she's dealt with.
Fair.
Oh. Well, class is probably about to start, but I'm sure I'll see you around campus.
Thank you for listening to Spooky Dice Bag. If you enjoyed our show, please remember to like and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you found us. Special thanks to P.A. Dunn at Wandering Glyph Games for designing our logo. Information to contact him will be in our show notes. Also, thank you to tabletopaudio.com. You can check them out for all of your background music needs for any of your tabletop RPGs. Most of our sound effects can be found over at freesound.org, and information about which sounds we use can be found in our show notes or on our website, spookydicebag.com. If you enjoy the show, you can join us over at patreon.com/spookydicebag to get ad-free episodes a week early, and maps and some other bonus content we're working on right now. If a monthly subscription isn't your thing, you can also check us out on Bandcamp Just go to spookydicebag.bandcamp.com and you can support us for as little as $1 an episode. Until next time, this has been Spooky Dice Bag.